Thank you, the moderator, Ms. Hannah, and the president of the conference. Greetings. I'm honored to be given the chance to speak here by Chairman Wu because he had a last-minute change of schedule and the conference to share on the topic of the concordances of discordances and discordances of the Chinese culture with respect to the Laudato Si, the experience of young people. But before this, I should first briefly talk about the things that I have learned from Chairman Wu as it is closely related to this topic. In 2017 and 2018, Chairman Wu spoke at the Ethics in Action meetings in Vatican, where he put forward the idea of developing a Chinese management system based on Chinese ancient philosophy that put human and their relationships with the interests of the ecology first, rather than seeing the ecology as something that can be exploited excessively because of human greed. He called upon us to return to the ancient Chinese wisdom for answers. His belief is grounded in the worldview of ancient Chinese culture, which sees that Tian, Di, and Ren, heaven, earth, and human, together are the three treasures in the universe. Each is of equal importance, and understanding that all we are one family, we are one entity, is the only way we can sustain our world's development. The Laudato Si carries a subtitle of On Care for Our Common Home, and home being the refuge of the family sits at the core of the Chinese culture. Family is the place closest to true love. It is the place that provides the most trustworthy and all-rounded upbringing for a child, and it is where our journeys in life begins. As the Chinese saying goes, harmony at home brings prosperity. My Australian colleague used to tell me, happy wife, happy life. Harmony at home is fundamental. Many of these examples are illustrated in Chairman Wu's last two talks at Vatican. As you can see, the education sits at the root, and only when the roots are well looked after can we enjoy abundant fruits. So the programs that he has administered in his company include 300 hours of training and education for his workers, including their children. And in the three aspects of education, not only just education in words, but also education in environment and also in actions. Respect all things, including he has reserved a land to cultivate it as a wetland. And most of all, managers lead by example. The caring enriched with virtue education enables everyone not only to feel true love, but also helps to put love, respect, helpfulness, and humility into their hearts. While many people put profit before virtues, Mr. Wu put virtues before profit, and he achieved corporate drop of water use, drop in wastage, increased yearly turnover, increased net profit. Chairman Wu has demonstrated that virtues achieved through moral, ethics, and causality education will bring in wealth and results that are in line with 17 SDGs. In other words, eudaimonia, happiness that is cultivated through virtues and an end and complete by itself. So we can see that education is not just learning skills and trade to sustain economic means. 教育, education, consists of two words. 教 is teach by example, and 育 is empowering a child or student to do good and help him or her to correct their mistakes. The standard of success is not measured by how much money one makes. Instead, it is a process that strives to attain inner peace with oneself and others by minimizing greed. Two words appeared in almost all Chinese family mottos written by the ancients are diligent, and thrifty. A far cry from the depiction of today's Chinese youths as the crazy rich Asians. I should say that most Chinese are not crazy rich. We are just taught to work hard and not have to rely on charities. Here comes my school. The Malaysian Han Studies sits in a 13-acre land. It promotes classical Chinese literature study to seek solutions for today's problems. It is a school designed to be green and environmental friendly, houses a 300-people dining hall, a 400-seat auditorium, 20 classrooms, 2 libraries, meeting rooms, and a recording studio. Students as young as 4 years old can be seen studying Chinese classics in our school, and we have more than 50 staffs and hundreds of volunteers supporting our projects. To our school patrons, if no one understands what was written by the ancient Chinese thousands of years ago, their wisdom will be lost, and we will very soon forsake the idea of 天地人 being inseparable in the name of rapid economic development. But in my experience, until the talks are practiced, it is not easy to convince people, especially young people, that in this society of rapid internet and social media advance, selfless contribution for the good of the whole ecology is workable or even desirable. My late father, who owned and ran a Chinese medical herbal store, refused an offer to sell herbs that mixed first-grade herbs with second-grade herbs to make more money. When asked why he did that, my father said, "For the sake of my grandchildren." These words about leaving something good for the future generations left permanent impressions on me, and I knew at that point, as a young child, my late father received this thinking from Grandpa, and his good business practice did not cause him to lose money, but his business actually became better when he finally won back many customers. As the appointed CEO of Malaysian Han Studies, Chairman Wu admonishes the management to lead by example. I remember in 2016, when we first moved into the new school complex, the place was dirty, we had nothing, the dining hall wasn't ready, we didn't have anything to cook, but he was with us, leading us to clean and accompany us to overcome many obstacles. And you can see we didn't have a place to eat, so we had to sit at the outside to have our breakfast, and we cooked our breakfast. Without any pot, we had to improvise. And he said, "Don't cause troubles for others, don't waste things, don't take advantage of others, and most of all, be trustworthy." Today, visitors and students, irrespective of race and religions, who came to our center told us that they could feel the peaceful atmosphere once they stepped into our school. The same peaceful atmosphere could be felt at Good Art, the company run by Chairman Wu in Suzhou, China. The language of love is indeed universal. We would embrace technology based on the same moral considerations. If we rely too heavily on technology, we lose sight of what makes humanity great. We no longer seek answers from studying the religious teachings and classics that have built our foundation. If we want to advance technology and live a better quality life, we must look to nature as a source of inspirations. Use the quality of selflessness, true love, like nature's air, to unconditionally love all things. In 2018, the Malaysian Han Studies conducted more than 20 courses, 2,000 hours of teaching and learning, and received close to 4,000 visitors. For us, the art of work and business is to uncover our innate goodness. We work to strengthen our resolve to discover the relationship of work with living, life, and morality. If nothing more, it is a constant process of discovering our potential and refining our innate wisdom. In 2019, we have made a resolution to build an academic administration, a teaching faculty, and a volunteer corps that are more systematically run using various digitized teaching technology, including social media and blended learning, to reach out to more students and teachers. We hope by doing so, more Chinese and English-speaking virtue ethic teachers and facilitators could be trained. The Chinese native culture, in summary, does not have religion by social science definitions. 宗教, the term now used to depict religion, in fact means the primary education, the most important teaching, and the most venerated transformation. So other than seeing the world as the creations of God, the ancient Chinese culture concords with the moral implication of climate change, the danger of unbridled technological development, and the harm that it will bring to the poor and our beautiful Mother Earth. Eventually, all human, rich or poor, will be affected. So to resolve these problems, the Chinese forefathers have educated their descendants and led by example to minimize selfishness, understanding that prosperity is a natural outcome of a harmonious home. I'm a Buddhist, but like my elder sister who is Catholic, I hold great respect for Pope Francis. His concern for nature, justice for the poor, generous self-giving, his open-heartedness are truly touching and worthy of our utmost respect. Thank you.